They say you don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. And no, I don't wanna be alone.
Hey there, YouTube. This is Saturday 4, Saturday Reviews. And today I'm going to be reviewing Batwoman, the first episode. Now, I did a video earlier on the really cringy feminist version of the trailer, and I was like expecting to see nothing but feminism 101 stuff going on, and I was really surprised it wasn't as bad as I expected. What happened was I watched the whole episode and my face was like this the whole time. And that was pretty much meh. It was more like Batwoman. You had a lot of issues that were just terrible writing, subpar acting, and complete lack of interest. One of the things I was really kind of annoyed by, I saw it was in the trailer, and it's when she's getting called out for her relationship with her girlfriend during this boot camp phase. Now, I used to be in the military and got out, and way back in the day, they had the don't ask, don't tell, and you're not going to have somebody calling you out in front of everybody else about something that they would have talked with you in private about. It's just, I call BS on that. That's more like somebody's, oh, I bet they would do this in this situation. No, they wouldn't, no. Especially not today. They may still have the issue with fraternization during a training period. It doesn't matter if it's a boy, girl, boy, whatever. Okay, getting to the story itself. I mean, it could have been made more interesting. You barely see Batman in a flashback. And my problem with this is twofold. First, Ruby Rose is pretty much not giving me enough of a performance, and I'm not believing in her performance. The fight choreography was really, to me, kind of weird, and they were trying to, I guess, push the music on top of it to make it seem more dramatic than it really was. Starting with the opening scene, I mean, there was this really cliched version of a native person, and I'm sorry, his acting was not good. She's supposed to be training with all kinds of people and stuff, but I'm sorry, she does not have the physique of somebody that supposedly had been training a long time. I mean, they would have been better off casting this with like one of the female MMA persons like Ronda Rousey, or the girl that was in Deadpool. Somebody that's more beefy and believable, because she looks like she's like 100 pounds sopping wet. And I'm not believing that she's going to win a fight against these guys that are just huger than she is. The only time I thought she had a little bit of an advantage when she picked up stuff and was fighting with stuff, not just her fists. And the other thing is Luke Fox, worst security guy ever, lets her handcuff him, and then she hacks into, well, not really hacks, she just types in an old password into the security system so she can get a video feed. And to me, it's like you went through all this, and all you had to do is have the Crows, hey, can we borrow your video feed to Wayne Enterprise? And they probably would have like, sure. The other thing is the villain. I mean, it's super obvious. It's supposed to be Alice in Wonderland. They could have done a lot with this. I mean, there was so many things you can do with that theme. But to me, it's like, Alice really isn't supposed to be the bad person in Wonderland. If anything, she should be the queen. And everybody should be like those other card dudes, have some deck of card themes. I mean, the bunny themes was interesting, but there was only one white rabbit, and Alice was chasing the white rabbit. I know there's already the Mad Hatter as a character, so I'm not sure why they went back to the Alice in Wonderland theme, unless they're trying to connect the two. So overall, it was, to me, just not very engaging. When you have a villain, you should really be afraid of the villain. I mean, there should be something creepy. And in contrast to this, if you look at Penguin from Gotham, really unassuming dude, but he'll freaking kill you in a heartbeat. And then he'll eat your sandwich that's in your lunchbox after he killed you. He's less intimidating, but if you know him as an audience member, he's more intimidating, because you're like, you don't know what he's going to do next. I guess that's unpredictability. There's nothing really that I could see that he was scaring the Kate Kane's character at all. Also, didn't really see a lot of depth to her character. She just seemed like, oh, I'm an angry person, and I'm going to be angry at my dad for pushing me away, and I'm getting angry at this other person for kidnapping my ex-girlfriend, and I'm going to be angry at these other people for doing these other things. And then when you have this one-dimensionality, it's not interesting at all. That's like, there's a difference between when Doctor Who was brought back in 2005, and you had Christopher Eccleston. He played more of a serious doctor, but he also had fun. So it's not like he was just one-dimensional, oh, I'm a serious man, I'm never gonna smile the whole time. But he had other things in his personality, and made his character interesting, and the writing far superior. That's a big failure on the writing part. Coming up with the themes is important, and then giving your characters motivation. I've said this for other films. It has to be a believable motivation. There's nothing that they go into as far as what happened to Batman. Why did Batman leave? They just said Batman leave, and we don't know why. That's not very interesting. I'd be a lot more interested in seeing, well, why did he leave? When is he going to come back? Can he come back? Is he in a coma? Is he in Is he possibly dead? Has he got amnesia? He doesn't remember who he is. And there's so many things that could have been done that weren't. I was just surprised. It's just like, it was, to me, the television equivalence of cotton candy. Something that's really big and fluffy, but there's really nothing to it. I say I wouldn't waste your time on it. I may look at episode 2 just to get an idea if they're actually going to go anywhere with anything, or if they're going to do any character development whatsoever. But it was really a chore just sitting through the episode itself. So I highly don't recommend you watch it. I mean, you can if you want. I can't stop you, obviously. But to me, it's like, if you do, be prepared to be disappointed. I don't know who's going to like it. I was watching some YouTube video announcements. It's about 8% on Rotten Tomatoes for the audience score. I have no idea how the critic score is, hovering around 70 or 72%. But if you watched it and you did like it, go ahead and just throw a comment in the comments below, because I'd be interested in seeing what you saw in it that I didn't. And if you want to see more reviews by me, go ahead and click that like and subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that bell so you get the notifications every time I come out with a new video. And I will see you in the next review.